Hey, there you are, and welcome to My Dude Watch. My name is Jason, and we have a true diver for you today. It's big, it's tough, and it's right here. We've featured this brand on the channel before, but what about this one? Let's find out together. So grab a snack, pull up a chair, and let's talk watches. Today's video is sponsored by Slate Watch Company. They sent over this Lapizta Audax and they asked for a complete and thorough review, and that's precisely what we will give them. This is a big watch. It has some nice heft to it as well. The Audax line is available in 5 colors, and let me tell you, these watches are bold and incredibly tough. This watch measures 43 millimeters in diameter, but it's also available in the monster size of 48 millimeters. It's 50 millimeters lug to lug, so it's a massive diver with nearly 17 millimeters thick. These lugs are 22 millimeters wide, and the Audax comes standard with a tough silicone strap. The caseback crown, and bezel are 316L stainless steel. The crystal is reinforced mineral crystal with a sapphire coating, and this watch weighs 149 grams. This is a super diver, which is water resistant to 300 meters, and my goodness, it seems indestructible. And power in this tank is a Seiko Quartz PC22A movement. This watch is made for you guys with an adventurous spirit, so if you're an outdoorsman, you'd love it. So let's take a closer look and start with the case. Following the flanks outward from the crown towards the lugs, you can see a very distinctive angle that leads you to the lug turndowns on either side, and of course you can see the drill holes to assist with strap changes. You can also see a very stoic looking tall bezel. It's obvious there's a good grip here as well with its wide notches. Again, this is easier to turn when wearing gloves in an underwater environment. The bezel itself isn't clunky at all, even with its immense size, so let's give it a turn and listen to the clicks. This bezel has the right amount of tension and clicks along nicely. And here you can see they're lined up appropriately as well. Let's remember what the bezel is for. I realize for people like me, it's just looks. I like the clicks, I like the feel of the bezel, and mostly the looks. However, there are true divers out there that must have a nice, reliable, and functioning bezel. The bezel is designed for measuring a diver's elapsed time underwater, and it monitors the remaining oxygen supply. So it's not meant just to be aesthetically pleasing. It also has a function, and it needs to function appropriately. Before we discuss the dial, let's flip the watch over and take a look at the case back. It's a tough and rugged as you would expect. The wave dial is pretty cool as well. Remember, it's 316L stainless steel, and it's for a true diver with a water resistance of 300 meters. It's a nice screw down crown and case back. Let's jump back up to the top of the watch and talk through this dial. It has some really unique features. If you look closely, you'll see this dual layer dial, which is really neat. You can see as you come inward on the dial how it layers down. This is a nice design and it looks incredible. It has an awesome wave pattern that matches nicely to the case back. Although this wave pattern isn't new, it just works with this diver really well and it flows beautifully. The hour markers are also neat with their trapezoid look. I like the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock in their natural form of numerals, and the thin font lines look great. The embassies are applied and nicely done so. Just under the 12 o'clock, you'll see the infinity symbol, which they use to utilize their logo to represent their infinite passion for racing, and the brand name, Lapizta. Down further on the dial, just above the 6 o'clock position, you'll see the words 300 meters representing its water resistance. I don't really like the skeletonized hands on the diver because with this black dial, it kind of reduces visibility. I may feel differently if the hands were painted white or orange to add a contrast. Having said that, I like the thickness and it's painted with lume on the ends. Now, one thing that's simple that I absolutely love is Lapizta having the date complication with the date wheel matching the dial. Thank you for doing that. It really does make a difference in the look and the flow of the dial. I also like how they didn't take away the hour marker to make room for the date. That's very well done. There is also a minute track around the outer rim of the dial. So they used every bit of real estate here, and I think it looks great. The lume here is pretty good. It's not great, but it will give you some assistance in low light environments. And truthfully, I do wish the lume lasted longer, but you can get about an hour before it fully fades. All right, we have reached that part of the video where we try to put it all together and see if it makes sense. We like to call this part gripes and likes. And let's begin with the gripes. Number one, this watch is thick. Now, having said that, if I'm a diver and it's wrapped around the sleeve of my wetsuit, I am perfectly fine with it. It's exactly what I want, but it's not going to fit underneath my shirt sleeve. Number two, the crystal. It's not sapphire. Having said that, Seiko's been getting away with it for years. And now the likes. I really like the dial. It's open, it's well balanced, and it's legible. Number two, it's a heavy watch, but I really like the strap that comes on it so it wears comfortable. It's preformed and ready to be worn. And number three, I like the build and construction of this watch. It's tough, it's solid, and it's nearly indestructible. If I'm a diver, I really like this watch, and this would be one of my go-tos, and why wouldn't it be? It's tough, it's well built, it's constructed solid, it'll last forever. If you want to know more about this watch, we did put a link in the description. You can go there, check it out, investigate it, and see if it's right for you. And if it is something you like, Slate Watch Company has generously provided you with a coupon code exclusively for you dude watchers. Enter DUDE20 and you will receive an immediate 20% discount off of the already low prices. Hey, you made it to the end of another video. Thank you for doing that. We really appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed what you saw today, please take the time to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Okay, it's time to wrap it up. So thank you guys for watching. We really do appreciate that. My name is Jason with My Dude Watching. We'll see you next time. But wait, don't forget, dudes can't be late.